Young Dolph was shot and killed in Memphis on November 17, 2021. Now, his death left a lot of answers, right? But what we do know, on the eve of his death, the internet went to work almost immediately. But that ain't no secret. I mean, y'all watched that exemplary telling we did. Y'all watched that tremendous telling we did. We were able to identify Straight Drop and put him at the crime scene where the white Mercedes, which is a getaway vehicle used in Young Dolph's murder, was found. This right here opened up the floodgates to a lot of things. People started to find, hold up now, yo, Straight Drop and Young Dolph are in pictures together. Like this picture right here. Yo, Straight Drop and Key Glock were old homies. Wait, hold up, they were old homies? Yeah, they were old homies. And then stories began to surface that was unverified, like, yo, Straight Drop and JoJo's Platinum, they were able to get the PRE chain because they took it from Big Moochie Gray. Those are stories that were surfacing and still unverified, right? But nonetheless, those stories began to surface. And then we're starting to ask, hold up, okay, if they were cool at some point, then where did the issue come? We began to ask ourselves, hold up, when did the hatred, the haterade, when did the hating began to creep into the systems of Straight Drop and whoever did it? Well, that became more clear with the new development in the Young Dolph case, with the new people of interest that was listed. You see, when Shondell Bennett first got arrested, Shondell Bennett was linked to Black Youngster, right? In Black Youngster history, we've already sending 100 shots at Dolph. We thought, oh man, CMG, Black Youngster put this hit out. To be fair, that wasn't too far off. Black Youngster was already arrested for renting out the black SUV and paying the shooters who sent 100 shots at Young Dolph.
The Memphis-based rapper, who goes by the name Black Youngster, is facing charges connected to a wild gun battle that happened in the middle of Caldwell Street. The dangerous shootout sent dozens of bullets flying into houses and cars, nearly hitting children.
I ain't fired nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't do nothing.
Police sources say the shooting involved two rappers. Later, a rapper named Young Dolph appeared to brag he survived the shooting in a bulletproof SUV. He was in Charlotte to perform at a club during the week of the CIAA tournament back in February.
I ain't seen nothing. I ain't do nothing.
Benson's attorney says the rapper turned himself in today because police found a van that was involved in the shooting. The attorney tells Channel 9 Benson rented the van, but then it was stolen from him.
It's obviously somebody raiding. Somebody snitching.
While taking his walk of shame to turn himself in for the shooting of Young Dolph, Black Youngster uttered the famous words, obviously somebody ratting, somebody snitching. He will later post paperwork on Instagram begging Young Dolph not to come to court and claiming that Young Dolph is telling on him, right? And show that Young Dolph gave statements to the police. Paperwork cannot be verified, so I can't even speak on the validity of Young Dolph snitching. However, the low-hanging fruit would be to simply make the conclusion, yo, Black Youngster sent 100 shots the first time, all right? He got caught, Dolph didn't get hit. Now he came back to finish the job and pay somebody to finish off the job while Dolph was in Memphis. However, the new developments and the new people of interest that Memphis PD just listed tells a whole different story. It tells an entirely different story. Two new people of interest listed in the Young Dolph death was Devin Barnes and Jonathan Taylor. Now, Jonathan Taylor, you guys see on the left-hand side, right? His name is CEO Teasy. Now, CEO Teasy is the current head honcho of the Trulla family. You see, Young Dolph had really close ties to the Trulla family due to his really close partnership and friendship with J Money. J Money is on the left of Dolph in the red shirt. Now, you guys see Dolph embracing them. They were really cool. As a matter of fact, Dolph seen a lot of himself in J Money. J Money was a head honcho at such a young age. Now, J Money was an up-and-coming rapper in Memphis, yo. J Money had a lot of buzz, yo. Like, Chief Keef took liking to him. He was really close with Chief Keef. Safe to say, J Money was on his way to being a household name pretty soon. Like most of these rappers, J Money was active. Listen, J Money was a rapper, but he was active in the streets. J Money was a menace, yo. As you guys can see here, at the age of 18 years old, he caught a body, man. Only 18 years old, J Money, Jerome White, was charged with the murder of Denzel Monroe, which was actually his homie. Now, the story goes, there was a car that Denzel Monroe was in coming down Birdsong Ferry Road in Memphis. Now, Jerome White, J Money seen the car and started airing it out. Now, it's unclear whether or not he thought that was the ops or if he was intentionally doing it, right? Well, Denzel Monroe recognized J Money and said, yo, that's my man's J Money. Yo, let me hop out and tell him, bro, no, chill, bro, this is me, right? Apparently, when Denzel Monroe hopped out the car, J Money did not stop shooting and eventually killed Denzel Monroe because he kept on airing it out. J Money reckless behavior, despite the fact he was an up-and-coming superstar. I'm telling y'all right now, right, in a world where Memphis is running hip-hop, J Money was gonna be up next, right? He had industry ties already. He was linked to famous rappers already, yo. He was the next guy up, but he was just way too reckless. That reckless behavior would actually come back to bite him and prove to be his demise. Because J Money was actually murdered in 2016 by Freddie Yarber in a revenge gang shooting. Jeremy White was walking in the parking lot, I'm guessing, to his car. Freddie Yarber pulled up in the passenger seat and they shot him outside of a strip club called the Kitty Cabaret. J Money loss was profound for the Trulla family. Because one, he was one of the leaders, right? He was the head honcho. So when he passed away, things were in disarray, right? People couldn't believe it, right? Like, yo, bro, who would take out J Money? Bro, this is J Money, right? He's the boogeyman. This is J Money. Who would take him out? So when he passed away, a lot of things started happening, right? J Money had all the relationships, all the connections. So when J Money passed away, the Trulla family went into turmoil and started to lose a lot of those relationships, right? As a matter of fact, the gang started to split up. Due to internal conflicts, you had some members or even associates of the Trulla family who said, you know what, bro, I'm gonna start my own thing. From this branching off came the Double R Boys. Now, at the time, nobody would know. That split that had nothing to do with Young Dolph will lead to the death of Young Dolph. It will lead to the demise of Young Dolph. It will be a pivotal moment in the death of Young Dolph. Before we get into that, take a look at a quick history between the Double R and the Trulla Mafia family, right? And how their war escalated.
Early on, Big Scar would be cool with another clique called Trulla Mafia. But like many other large neighborhood gangs, internal tensions and personal beef between members would lead to a split. Big Scar would leave Trulla Mafia to form another crew called Double R, which stands for Rich and Reckless, with some of his partners who were also Grape Street Crips. The other main members of Double R include Baby K, Kato 2X, and Tink. Even though they were once cool, the split ruined the relationship between Double R and Trulla Mafia. But it wasn't until the murder of a Double R affiliate named BG that the beef would turn into an all-out war. BG got into it with one of Trulla Mafia's most respected hitters, C-Mode. C-Mode was the younger brother of Damo Trulla, who was also well respected in the streets. He came up with dudes like J Mula, Zay, and Go Crazy, and together, the crew would run the streets of Memphis. C-Mode and BG hated each other and would send shots back and forth on social media. Both of them were really about that life, so it was only a matter of time before someone got taken out. BG would be the one who ended up losing his life, and the word on the streets was that C-Mode, Zay, and Go Crazy were the killers. The cops would later arrest Go Crazy for BG's murder, proving that the rumors were likely true. The cops believe that BG was in a car with 3 of his friends and stopped at a red light when Trulla Mafia got the drop on him and took him out. The shooter also hit the front seat passenger, leaving him critically injured. Go Crazy would later confess to the shooting, but didn't snitch on his homies. He was hit with first-degree murder, 3 counts of attempted murder, aggravated assault, and use of a firearm in the commission of a dangerous felony for admitting to his part in the murder. Even though Go Crazy kept it solid, BG's murder would lead to more problems in the streets. BG was cool with Big Scar, and Double R would take this murder personally, sparking the war with Trulla Mafia. It wouldn't take long for the gang to seek revenge, and right after BG was killed, Zay would get hit in retaliation. C-Mode was locked up in juvie, fighting a different charge when Zay was killed, and the murder hit him hard. Being released from jail, C-Mode entered the rap game with his track Send a Hit, where he takes several shots at his enemies. This caught the attention of Double R, and after that, C-Mode was their main target. Not long after that, more Trulla Mafia members would lose their lives, with brothers D-Money and J-Money being killed in separate shootings. CEO Jizzle from Double R would reveal what happened to them in the song Rich and Ruthless. On the track, he raps, "If you diss on 23, swear to God it's gonna be RIP. You ain't hear what happened to the last dude, got left on Trigg Street." In this bar, he's suggesting that D-Money got smoked for dissing 23 as he was murdered on Trigg Street in Memphis.
The death of D-Money was a major loss for the Trulla family because this boy D-Money, aka Derek Blackburn, he was a stepper, folks. I knew this boy was a major stepper because when I found out on Black Friday, the holiday that ninjas are skinning and grinning from ear to ear because they about to get some free stuff or some discounted stuff, He was at the mall spraying it up.
Night of shopping after Thanksgiving dinner ends in gunfire, sending customers at the Wolf Chase Galleria into a frenzy. Fox 13's Tony Atkins spoke with one customer. Tony, she says that she always felt safe on Black Friday until yesterday.
One man was shot, a 21-year-old who was initially listed in critical condition but upgraded to non-critical. Two men helped the three girls find cover.
The one in front of me kind of darted to the right, and I just followed him, and I was kind of down like this, but not low enough, so he turned around and pushed my shoulder and said, "No, get down on the ground."
The next 10 minutes felt like hours as they waited for safety from underneath the car, watching feet go by, unsure if they belonged to a gunman.
It's a completely different feeling when you see feet running beside the car and you're holding your breath because you don't know, do they have a gun? Are they good guys, bad guys? You just don't know.
We learned that this man, 19-year-old Derek Blackburn, was arrested for unlawful possession of a weapon. Two others were detained, but they were later released.
D-Money was really stepping, and also being a brother of J-Money, that come with a different type of cachet. So when D-Money passed away, it really forced people to pick sides. Trulla family wasn't doing no flip-flopping. You either with them or you with us. And if you neutral, you with them as well. Now, y'all know after a death, the ninjas can't wait to start self-incriminating, right? Oh, they can't wait to start self-snitching, right? And that wasn't no different, folks, because after the D-Money death, the ninjas took to their music to quickly give us a motive and a hit, man, folks, right? As you guys see from the CEO Jizzle video, he's telling us, yo, D-Money got shot for dissing 23. He also got shot here and here and here, right? And there was also a suspect listed. Suspect wasn't listed by the police, but the streets was telling us who did it. That for D-Money put Young Dolph in a very peculiar situation because J-Money was Young Dolph's boy and D-Money is J-Money's brother. So with the death of D-Money, Young Dolph probably felt sympathy. However, the guys who he was rolling with, right, the guys who he had like close partnership with, right, his little homies, right, who he had business with, they was dissing D-Money left and right. They was claiming the death of D-Money. I'm going to play you guys a statement from CEO Jizzle, who did an interview about 2 weeks ago. Now, during this interview, he spoke on Young Dolph and exactly how tight him and PRE is.
I met him personally, but just listening to high-class street music all the way to what we at today, I always been a paper out empire. Yeah.
Being around him and being around, like, I'm more closer with all his artists than I was with him at the same time. Shit, being around him and being around them, like, that shit inspired me to do certain shit. A lot of his artists, shit, I ain't even got to say no name. They know.
Yeah, nah,
a lot of his artists are like, they love me to death. Like, they inspire nigga like, bro, you need to rap, bro. You need to rap, bro.
I noticed on your birthday they had showed that most of all his artists showed you a lot of love on your birthday. I seen all the reposts.
If I ain't mistaken, probably like shit, about 7 of they had, about 6, 7 of they had reposted me and shit on my birthday. I got mad love for them niggas like beyond this rap shit and all that shit. I got mad love for the whole paper route.
CEO Jizzle confirmed, yo, like me and PRE, we were close, right? So at that time, PRE was closely aligning themselves to the enemies of the Trulla family, even though the Trulla family and Young Dolph, they started off really close. Now, Dolph was still treading water, but nothing got more dicey than when the streets identified the killer of D-Money as Uncle Denny. Now, Uncle Denny is also a Memphis rapper who currently goes by Big Unc. Now, he's closely aligned to Big Scar. You guys probably noticed Uncle Denny, a.k.a. Big Unc, rocking that PRE chain. And here's where the conflict of interest came, and here's where it really got deadly for Young Dolph. Everybody and their mama know that Uncle Denny, Big Unc, killed D-Money. Even D-Money mother is on Facebook saying, yo, Uncle Denny killed my son. But here's the thing, though. Everybody who knows Young Dolph and they know J-Money, they know they were closely aligned. They know that J-Money would have taken a bullet for Dolph. Even so, that when Young Dolph passed away, one of J-Money's mother Facebook friend commented on her post and said, yo, rest in peace, Young Dolph. If J-Money was alive, he would have made the city cry for Dolph. That's a fact. J-Money loved Dolph, right? Listen, J-Money looked up to Dolph. That was his big homie. He loved Dolph, right? So when they commented that, they really believed it was true. If J-Money was alive and Young Dolph passed away, J-Money would have made the city cry for Dolph. But then J-Money mother responded back, he shouldn't make them cry about him or D-Money. He signed D-Money Killer, right? Now she's saying, listen, it's not even the fact that he ain't even slide for J-Money. He ain't make them cry about D-Money or J-Money, right? J-Money and his little brother got shot and killed. Young Dolph didn't do nothing. Hey, listen, man, Young Dolph is a multi-millionaire, right? We don't expect for Young Dolph to slide. But she's saying not only did he not make the city cry for J Money, but yo, he signed his little brother's killer. He signed D Money's killer. Then she said, well, he said, damn, she said, yup, the Uncle Denny, aka Big Unk nigga, who he just signed. He said, for real, she said facts. So now we're starting to see this wasn't, again, it might be a pay hit still, right? Or it might be the combination of, yo, two sides, two enemies who ain't really rocking with Dolph, they came together to take Dolph out. But what we do know, yo, right, is Dolph was treading water. Now, he just recently signed Big Unk right before his death. And when he did that, Dolph went from treading water being neutral to now Dolph was public enemy number one. My boy, you putting money in the mouth of my homie Killer, who's supposed to be your homie as well? What's going on? For young Dolph, it was just business. But for them, it wasn't business, yo. Listen, they wanted blood. They wanted blood. And that's why you see everybody who got arrested are a part of the Trulla family, maybe besides Cornelius Smith. But everybody else is a part of the Trulla family. You see, the Trulla family ain't need a big bag to, take out Dolph, right? They ain't need $100,000 to take out Dolph. They was already going to do it for free if they catch Dolph. We're not absolving Yo Gotti and Black Youngster, right? They might have battery packed it and, throw that bag down. But what we do know is the CEO of the Trulla family, he got arrested as well. He was the mastermind behind all of this, right? Now, there's rumors that somebody ran off with the bread. I don't know what happened, right? But there are rumors out there that, somebody got paid, they ran off with the bread, hence the snitching started. But I don't know. I just know this, though. The CEO of the Trulla family, he's also being indicted into this case as well. So that means he's probably the head of the plot. Gave instructions down to all these other shooters. They got it done. Now, listen, I'm not in the streets. I don't think Dolph should have died, right? I don't think it's any excuse to kill anybody, yo. That's just me, right? I'm not in the streets. But when you break it down to the core of it, like, this right here is who we identify as our little brother's killers, right? Our homie. Now, young Dolph is cool with his big brother. At least we thought, and then he turned around and signed the killer of the little bro. What's going on? I'm not in the streets, folks. I ain't never been in the streets, all right? See, Lil Tim is the king of stepping. I'm the king of civilianhood. I'm a civilian, a top civilian, by the way. But I'm going to tell you right now, bro, I've seen ninjas die for less. I've seen people in the streets die for less. I'm going to reiterate myself just in case people get it messed up. There's no excuse for anybody dying. Whoever killed Dolph and took that man away from his family should get life, should get the death penalty, should get whatever they get, right? The maximum penalty for doing that, because again, that was unnecessary. Me moving forward after researching and finding out the full story, I'm no longer gonna go with the narrative of, these guys were just haters, right? Trying to kill Dolph out of jealousy and envy. That's not the case. They had their reason, and it wasn't jealousy and envy, right? They had their reasons. Now, I don't align with their reasons. I don't think their reasons is valid because, again, there's no excuse to kill somebody in my eyes. You guys can let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think, man? Do you guys think their reason is valid, or do you guys think, listen up, bruh, ain't no excuse to kill somebody, man? But it's your boy, Portic Flacco. Anywhere you go, anybody, somebody got to know me. So please like the video, sub to the channel. Also, don't forget, man, click notification bell so you get notified when I drop 24/7. It's your boy, Portic Flacco. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.